Hey everyone, before we get started, I just want to say thank you so much for 2,000 subs. I think I was at like 200 or so a few days ago, so man, this is crazy. You guys are awesome. Now let's get to the video. This is part 2 of the most shocking NBA stats. Part 1 is in the description, but keep in mind that was one of my first videos, so the quality isn't as good. But if you want to check it out, I put the link in the description. Alright, let's get started. Damian Lillard is known as one of the best scorers in the league today. He came into the league as a 22-year-old seasoned college player and contributed right away on a Blazers team who desperately needed a starting point guard. However, on March 4th, 2015, Lillard would record one of the weirdest and most surprising stat lines you'd ever see from a point guard. During a regular season matchup between the Blazers and Clippers, two Western Conference powerhouses, Lillard shot 1 for 13 from the field and 0 for 7 from 3, for just 5 points. But that wasn't even the shocking part. To go along with his 5 points, he recorded a ridiculous career-high 18 rebounds. A 5-point, 18 rebound, 4 assist, and 4 foul stat line is something that you'd only see from a guy like Dennis Rodman, or any other centers who can't score. In fact, Lillard's stat line in this game was almost exactly the same as Clippers center DeAndre Jordan, who recorded 6 points and 19 rebounds. Lillard also grabbed twice as many rebounds as the next highest player on his own team. Maybe he should consider playing center. On the other end of the spectrum, we have Tony Allen, a player who's known for his exceptional defense and energy, but not someone you'd want to shoot the ball if he's on your team. But in a game against the Lakers in 2016, Allen just went off. For some context, the Grizzlies at the time were getting destroyed by injuries everywhere. Marc Gasol and Mike Conley were both injured, so who do they turn to? Of course, the offensive powerhouse known as Tony Allen, who went 12 for 12 from the field to score 27 points. He only averaged 8 points per game throughout the entire season. Granted, the Lakers were pretty bad in this season and came into this game with a 15-55 record, but still, letting Tony Allen go 12 for 12 from the field is just unacceptable. Funny enough, a few weeks prior to this game, Allen had another offensive explosion and scored 26 points against the Cavs, a legitimate championship contender. Perhaps Allen is just a scoring prodigy, and we just don't understand his greatness. Next up, we have Derrick Fisher. So for Fisher's entire career, he's not the kind of player who's measured by his stats. The values he provides for his team are his intangibles, like leadership, defense, and setting up the offense. In a game against the Houston Rockets early in the 2009-2010 season, Fisher would take his intangibles to the absolute extreme. He played 34 minutes in this game and recorded 0 points, 0 rebounds, and 0 assists, and he missed all 5 of his shots. According to the box score, he literally had an offensive rating of 0, which is hilarious. On the other hand, his teammate Kobe took 30 shots and scored 41 points. I guess Fisher did do a good job of giving him the ball and getting out of the way, which he's done throughout his entire career. Next, Corey Maggette. For those who have never seen Maggette play, I recommend that you continue staying away from him. He arguably has the least aesthetically pleasing playstyle to watch in NBA history. I gotta give Maggette some credit first though, cause he was still a very efficient scorer. But he would try to draw fouls at every opportunity he could, and his entire game was centered around getting to the free throw line. He makes James Harden look like an angel. Maggette's nickname was Bad Porn, because, well, he's scoring points and he's finishing inside, but do you really like what you're watching? So in a 2010 preseason game between the Bucks and Timberwolves, Maggette decided to use all of his tricks in his arsenal. He finished the game with 17 points on 0 of 2 from the field and 17 for 20 from the free throw line in just 14 minutes. That is insane. He drew nearly 1 foul every minute. The funny thing is, this was only a preseason game. Other teams are just loosening up, preparing for the regular season grind, and here comes Corey Maggette, who single-handedly makes this game unbearable to watch. And finally, last but not least, we have Rip Hamilton. Alright, so I'm sure everyone knows that the Detroit Pistons in the mid-2000s were one of the best defensive teams of all time. They played at the slowest pace in the league, and all of their games were low-scoring slugfests. In a 2005 game against the Grizzlies, Hamilton did something that nobody else has ever done before. He led his team in scoring, but did not make a single field goal in the entire game. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that this is the only time in NBA history when a player scored the most points for his team while missing every single shot from the field. Hamilton finished the game with 14 points, all from free throws, and his next closest teammate in scoring was Tayshaun Prince, who finished with 13. And not surprisingly, the Pistons lost the game by 22 points. I guess that's what happens when your leading scorer cannot hit a single field goal. And that's all, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about these stat videos and if I should continue making them. Thanks for watching.